So this hour, we open the show with a brand new background vocalist. Her name is Micayla De Ette, and I met her last week during our Kellyoke search. She's got an incredible voice, but she's also an incredible person.
He fills me up.
Wow.
He gives me love. More love than I've ever seen. He's all I've got. He's all I've got in this world. But he's all the man that I need. I am the music director for this incredible group called the Freedom Singers down in Skid Row. And it's a bunch of folks from the community who just happen to be experiencing homelessness, literally out on a tent, and just like the most amazing talent you have ever heard. I'm not even playing, you can come see it. And I just teach them how to use the diaphragm and, you know, me mama, me mama.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Micayla is what we like to call a rad human. I like that, Jason. Boom, 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 boom. We've got Micayla here on the couch, y'all. Give it up for her. So meet Elizabeth, meet Noah.
I'm trying not to faint.
Fangirl, it's okay. I do all the time. I look like an idiot all the time doing it. But tell everybody how long you've been singing.
So my mom says I've been singing since I was in diapers, jumping around, you know, in my diapers. But I had my first solo when I was 8. I was raised in a Christian church, and they had a gospel choir, and my sister and I were the only mixed girls, and my mom was the only white girl, and they just embraced us and let us sing, and it was an all-black choir, and there's my mommy, and that's how I learned how to sing. I mean, the most amazing voices ever.
And it's such a spiritual experience, right? So it's like it's a different thing to learn how to sing. Like I grew up singing in church as well, so it's just a different thing. You realize how to get out of yourself and get out of the way of the message.
And I remember one time I was walking to the car and I was looking at I was 8 years old, so I wanted a big voice. They had big voices. And I was praying, oh God, I just want to sing, like really sing. And I started singing on the way to the car, and this huge voice came out. My mom was like, what? And ever since then, I've had a loud voice. So
I love that.
Thank God. I mean,
so wait, so you were really sick at the start of the year.
Yeah.
And you know, this changed everything for you, right?
It did. I mean, as a singer, as an artist, I mean, I couldn't breathe on my own. I almost died several times. Thank God for. Thank you, every doctor. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Every nurse.
Doctors and nurses.
Thank you so much. They saved my life.
Yeah.
And medical equipment, breathing machines, the whole deal. And so you have a lot of time to think when you're in the hospital. And I just said, if I get out of here, they ain't never gonna shut me up. Because I have a lot of, you know, people who are like, I wish you would be quieter.
Yeah.
You know, but I just said, life's too short. I gotta sing. And then I heard about your show, and I said, I'm gonna do it. And I don't care. I don't even care. And so, and then I got to meet you, and I'm here, and I'm tripping. I'm just tripping. I'm not used to this. Y'all used to this? I'm like, you know what I mean? Use the diaphragm that you know to use, okay? Because I'm a voice teacher, so I'm like, okay, calm down. But yeah, so music is therapy. It's.
I love it though. I think that I love when life happens like this. You know, that's when you're really just living how you should be. I think, and when you run into people and you get inspired by them, and we heard about your story and what you do, so we were very excited for you to be a part of the show. But so we're thankful you recovered from COVID, right?
Yes, yeah.
So and you're feeling better. But like me though, music and Noah, like I'm sure it's helped you get through a lot of like adversity and hard times, right?
It is so beautiful to have a walking instrument. I mean, we're blessed.
It's a blessing.
Because anytime I can just be like, why you tripping? You know what I'm saying? I can just throw it out there and just who's fraba. But I mean, really, our diaphragm is a beautiful tool. And it helps us to be able to, like I just did it back there. I was just trying to calm myself a little bit. And we can do that anytime. I mean, how blessed. And so, yes, music and also telling stories. I mean, I was bullied. I've always been a bigger girl. And it's not always been seen as a good thing. And so, you know, I would sing songs about that. I would sing songs about heartbreak and being cheated on. And I got albums. You know what I mean? It's like, it's therapy. And you get it. I mean,
do.
It has saved my life too. I heard you back there. It literally, I was in the hospital and I said, I'm just gonna try holding just one note. And I couldn't do it. And so when I got out of that cell, I don't care. I'm gonna sing, you know, because what if that happened to be taken away? I mean, God forbid, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm just so thankful to be here and be
Man,
alive,
we're so happy
breathing.
you're here too. So did y'all deal with bullying? Did y'all ever do that when you were a kid? Do you have to kind of work through that?
I feel like not as much. I don't know. I think I went to a very, very small school and did mainly academics. And I also grew up in ballet, though. So that's a very tough and very disciplined world that can be tricky, for sure. Yeah.
I tried ballet. They were like, "Ooh, she got thick 'em. She can't get in here." Like, even as a little kid, they were like, "Those thighs are not meant for."
They gotta come closer together.
You gotta go do another type of dance, which is kind of bullying. But
That is.
Well, that's the thing.
That's exactly right.
It's not that,
no, it's not easy. Those people are hardcore.
Well, and
pretty intense.
the expectation is to look a certain way, right?
Absolutely.
And
At 12 years old, and it's
not-
sort of. It's,
and you're like, look, it's still all happening. I can't control
right.
this.
Yeah, something's happening, and it's not done yet.
yeah.
Give it time. I was moved. Me and my musical director were like, oh my God, we got to have her on the show. We were moved by what you do. So tell everybody what you do.
So when I was in the hospital, I was thinking, man, I'm gonna say yes to everything. And so I met the most amazing people. I used to volunteer in Skid Row quite a bit, but I got to meet the coolest people ever who have a greater organization called Los Angeles Community Action Network. And part of that is an arts and culture department, because there's so much talent on Skid Row, it'll blow your mind. I'm talking shredders on guitar, I'm talking singers. And so I get to teach folks how to sing, how to use their instrument, how to create new songs. We wrote a new song for this show.
Oh.
Yeah, because we were like, copyright, okay. But you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know we can do it, and we did. And they're smarter than me. They've been doing this so much longer than me, but I am blessed to be able to teach music. And it's such a gift because there's my people, because it teaches so many things, discipline, showing up on time. And I run it like any other musical organization. We have a high standard at C.A.N. C.A.N is the acronym, and we, be on time. Don't come with dairy on your throat, okay?
Yeah.
No. If you're gonna sing, you know what I'm saying? You can have dairy
Yeah,
after.
totally. No, I never eat dairy.
Yeah, no one would who's singing, right?
Totally. No, I never eat dairy.
2
Micayla.
hours before, I don't. Yeah.
No,
But
it
it's
does stick on your
beautiful-
throat. Yeah.
And it's just, we're helping to change the narrative. A lot of people don't even know what's really going on in
And
Skid
you're
Row.
given purpose.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying? They have somewhere to go. It can change someone's world just by one thing like that. Makes a difference. So you really open up this program to anyone on Skid Row, right?
Absolutely. So it's a safe place to come, get off the street for a little bit, and then if you really are in maybe a stabler place in your life and you want to dedicate some time, you could be part of what's called the Freedom Singers. And we sing all over the place. We have bass, guitar, drums, singers, and we get asked to sing quite a bit. And it's beautiful, and I get to, foster that talent. And so these are some of the Freedom Singers, and they're just in a more stable place. But anyone can come on a Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's so cool. So tell us more about the Freedom Singers. How did that name come about?
I think it's about what we do. I mean, we are singing for liberation. I mean, a lot of times there are so many marginalized people that it's easier to walk by and be like, oh, I couldn't do anything to help that person. I mean, but that one person's life could be drastically impacted by one act of kindness, by one act of, hey, can I talk to you for a second, instead of like, oh no, And so we're all about changing the narrative and bringing light to stories that are so beautiful. And the perseverance alone is just, I am selfishly there because I am blessed. My sister died of a drug overdose, and part of her addiction was she was unhoused at a lot in her life. Also, my family, my mom worked 3 jobs. It just wasn't enough. We were unhoused a lot. Fortunately for us, we got to stay with family. But that's not everybody's story. And so I get to give back and also get so much. I mean, folks have taught me so much, don't make me cry, but given me purpose. You know what I mean? It's so much bigger than me.
You listen and you see people that people try not to see sometimes. So
That's somebody's sister.
Exactly.
That was my sister.
Yeah. Let's see the Freedom Singers in action, shall we?
Freedom, bigotry, free from brutality. This is our reality. Freedom showing.
They're amazing.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Let's meet the founder, Pete White, who's sitting in our audience. What's up, Pete?
Come on, Pete.
Hi, Pete. So, Pete, C.A.N. is a broad organization, so tell us more about it.
Yeah, so C.A.N. is based in Skid Row, in the heart of Skid Row. The mission of C.A.N. is to give voice, power, and opinion to residents who have oftentimes been overlooked. The three core principles for C.A.N. is community empowerment, community service, and community improvement. And for us, arts and culture fits like a nice thread through all three of those, right? For us, it's interesting in this conversation, we say art has no address, right? And so let our communities become the amphitheaters, let our walls become the canvases. And, you know, we met, it's funny, we met Micayla.
I like that.
I can say it again, but
I know, I'm getting, make a bumper sticker. I was like, that's nice.
That is a bumper sticker. And so, you know, so the Arts and Culture program has been around. For us, we're inspired by something Nina Simone said. She said, it's an artist's duty to reflect the times. Right. And so that's where the idea of the Freedom Singers, where the Freedom Singers comes from. We actually met Micayla a year ago, my partner and I, at karaoke, right? And
yes!
At karaoke, right?
It can bring people together, y'all.
That's right.
Hey, all the time, a microphone, some music, some wings.
Yes.
People are there. We saw Micayla, invited Micayla to come out to the organization. The next day, Micayla didn't know what she was walking into. She walked through that door, she saw what we were doing, and she was like, I'm at home. And then just check Micayla out. Her smile, she's contagious.
Vibrant.
She's diligent, she's vibrant. And so she just fit into the mix. And so thank you for having us. That's our story. We're sticking with it.
I love that. Art has no address.
No address.
And that was my point. You said it way better. But that was my point, is that real, like, true art doesn't have an address. It's just a beautiful thing that can exist everywhere. I love that. Well, we have someone else in the audience who wants to share her appreciation for Micayla. She is a member of the Freedom Singers. Let's welcome Natosha. Hi, Natosha. Hi, looking beautiful.
Thank you.
So, Natosha, what has it meant for you to be a part of the performance group?
Well, it's been a big deal in my life because me and my mother, we were on Skid Row, homeless, living in a tent, and that can be kind of stressful. And me needing an outlet, I was introduced to the C.A.N. through the Downtown Women's Action Coalition, which is the women's sector of C.A.N. And then shortly after that, I realized they had the Freedom Singers, and I was like, wow, I need to join that. And so I joined them, but I was very shy about like being vocal, like as far as doing a solo, because I thought I sang like a chicken.
What?
Yeah, I was like, squawk, squawk.
I was like, that's so specific.
That's how I felt. So, you know, over time, you know, I got more vocal with my spoken word because I do spoken word as an artist. And then when Micayla came along, she just like amplified the whole program, and she started teaching us how to use our diaphragm, and has been like my vocal coach. And so she's boosted my confidence like hella. Like I can now sing a small lead part, you know, not a big one, but a small one.
But all that training though too helps with just breath control, so even spoken word. It helps with all of that.
It does a lot. So I just wanted to say to first P. White for having such a beautiful place for me to go to help me grow and get myself stabilized. And to Micayla, thank you for helping me grow as an artist. And I want to say that through their organization, me and my mom are no longer homeless. We are in transitional housing, and we are looking for a permanent housing right now. So it's a great place to go.
Wow, that's what you said. You were like, what takes one person to just be kind of like say, hey, I got you. And then it turns your whole life around.
It does.
You know, I hope you remember that. C.A.N. is making a difference, a huge difference in the lives of the unhoused. So to help them do more, we are giving them $5,000 just to help out. Just to help out. Thank you.